Good afternoon, children. We have to study about social and religious reform movements. In the first video, I clearly told about social and religious reforms. Now we have to study the remaining part of the lesson. This is the second video. Social and religious reforms. Now we have learned about Prarthana Samaj. We have to learn or we have to study about Prarthana Samaj. Prarthana Samaj was an important social or religious organization that was established in the year 1867. It was established in the year 1867. The founding member or the founder of this association was Atmaram Panduranga. Atmaram Panduranga was the founder means Sthapaka of this association. Atmaram Panduranga was the founder of this association, which was Prarthana Samaj. Or Prarthana Samaj was started by or established by Atmaram Panduranga. Why he established this kind of an association, that we have to think. Why Atmaram Panduranga started or established this kind of an association, that we have to think. Brahma Samaj was there. Yesterday I told you Brahma Samaj. I told you about Brahma Samaj. Who established Brahma Samaj, I already told you clearly. It was Raja Mohan Roy who established Brahma Samaj. Brahma Samaj was the work of Brahma Samaj was the work of Raja Mohan Roy. During 1828 period, Brahma Samaj was established really by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. During 1828 period, he started or he established Brahma Samaj. During 1828 period, Raja Ram Mohan Roy started or established Brahma Samaj. This was a specialty. And the ideas of Brahma Samaj were liked by all the people of India. The ideas or ideologies of Brahma Samaj were liked by all the people of India, Brahma Samaj. So, in Bombay or present Mumbai, in Bombay or in present Mumbai, Prarthana Samaj was established by Atmaram Panduranga. In the present Mumbai or in the old Bombay, Prarthana Samaj was established by Atmaram Pandurenga and Justice Ranade. Justice Ranade, Chandrakar, etc. were the important leaders of Prarthana Samaj. They argued for inter-caste marriage. They argued for inter-caste marriage and widow remarriage. These two things were not at all allowed in the land of India during the olden days. These two things. During the time of Atmaram Pandurenga or even during the time of Brahma Samaj also, these two things were not at all accepted by the Indian society. So, this Samaj argued for inter-caste marriage. What is the meaning of inter-caste marriage? That we have to study. Marriage between different castes is known as inter-caste marriage. Inter-caste marriage was not accepted by the society of those days. Inter-caste marriage. Inter-caste marriage was not at all accepted by the society of those days. So, Atmaram Pandurenga argued for inter-caste marriage. Marriage between different castes was argued by Atmaram Pandurenga. Then he argued for widow remarriage. During those days, widow remarriage was not at all accepted by the society. During that time or during those days, widow remarriage was not at all accepted by the society. So, he argued for widow remarriage. Like Brahma Samaj, what happened? Like Brahma Samaj, Prarthana Samaj also influenced the Indian society. Like in the case of Brahma Samaj, Prarthana Samaj also really inspired or influenced the Indian society. Like other things, like other associations, what happened? Like in the case of other associations, Prarthana Samaj also inspired the people of India. Once more I will tell you children, we are studying the lesson social and religious reforms. We are learning or we are studying the lesson social and religious reforms. Social and religious reforms. In our first video, we already studied about these things. In our primary video or in our first video, we really studied about all these things. Now, in our first video, what actually we studied? In our first video, we studied about Brahma Samaj, which was started by or which was established by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. What were the influences of Prarthana Samaj? What were the influences of Brahma Samaj? We had studied. Now we have to study about which one? Prarthana Samaj. Prarthana Samaj was established in the year 1867. In the year 1867, Prarthana Samaj was established. It was established by Atmaram Panduranga. Atmaram Panduranga was a social reformer of Bombay area. It was Atmaram Panduranga who established Prarthana Samaj in the land of India. Atmaram Panduranga established Prarthana Samaj in Bombay or present Mumbai. Then, who were the other members that become king? Why it was established? Why Prarthana Samaj was established in the land of India? That we have to study. Why Prarthana Samaj was established in India? Because Brahma Samaj was established by Rajaram Mohan Roy. It was Rajaram Mohan Roy who established Brahma Samaj. Then, the influence of Brahma Samaj was more in the land of India. Brahma Samaj made more influence in the land of India, Brahma Samaj. Brahma Samaj had its own influence in India. It was started by Rajaram Mohan Roy. The influence of Brahma Samaj began to spread to the land of Bombay also. Atmaram Panduranga was there in the land of Bombay. Atmaram Panduranga decided to make an association like Brahma Samaj. Atmaram Panduranga decided, or Atmaram Panduranga made plans or programs to frame one association like Brahma Samaj. With that idea in his mind, what happened? With that idea in his mind, Rajaram Mohan, Atmaram Panduranga was influenced by Rajaram Mohan Roy. The influence of Rajaram Mohan Roy over whom? Over Atmaram Panduranga was more. So, being influenced by Rajaram Mohan Roy, Atmaram Panduranga started this association. Which one? Prarthana Samaj. Influenced by Rajaram Mohan Roy, Atmaram Panduranga started Prarthana Samaj in the land of India. Where was the headquarters or capital or Rajdhani of this association? It was Bombay. And other members of the association were Justice Ranade, Chandrakar. All these people were the other members of this association. Chandrakar, Justice Ranade, etc. were the other members. This association began to function. This association began to function in different parts of India. Prarthana Samaj began to work, or Prarthana Samaj began to function in different parts of India, especially in northern side of India. The main ideas of Prarthana Samaj were inter-caste marriage. Inter-caste marriage was the main idea or ideology of Prarthana Samaj. Inter-caste marriage was the main idea or ideology of Prarthana Samaj. What is it mean? During the time of Atmaram Panduranga, during the time or during the days of Atmaram Panduranga, intercaste marriage was not at all allowed. What is the meaning of intercaste marriage? Intercaste marriage means marriage between different caste is known as intercaste marriage. Marriage between different caste is known by the name intercaste marriage. During those days, what happened? During those days, intercaste marriage was not allowed. So, Atmaram, Panduran and Prarthana Samaj worked hard for intercaste marriage, widow remarriage. During those days, widow remarriage was not there in India. During that time, marriage of widows, during that time or during those days, marriage of widows were not at all allowed by the then society. The society of olden time did not allow the marriage of widows. Widow remarriage was not at all allowed. So, Atmaram, Panduran and Prarthana Samaj worked hard for widow remarriage. So, Prarthana Samaj was an important association. Prarthana Samaj. Prarthana Samaj was an important association that worked hard for what purpose? That worked hard for bringing social changes in the land of India. Prarthana Samaj. I think children, you are able to follow this one. Another social reformer of India is known as Jyotiba Phule, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. He was born in the land of Maharashtra. He was born in the land of Maharashtra. Actually, he was not born in a higher caste family. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule was born in a lower caste family. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. He was born in a lower caste family. Then, from childhood onwards, from an early childhood onwards, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule understood the troubles which were made by the higher caste people. He was born in a lower caste family. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule was born in a lower caste family. And from childhood onwards, Jyotiba Phule understood the evils or defects of Indian caste system. So, it was the idea of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule to work against or to fight against the caste system of India. He worked hard against the caste system of India. Then he wrote one book known as Gulam Giri. Gulam Giri. This was the name of the book which was written by him. Gulam Giri means slavery. That means during the time of Jyotiba Phule, Brahmins or higher caste people were troubling the lower caste people. Brahmins or the higher caste people were troubling the lower caste people. So, lower caste people suffered so many types of exploitations from the higher caste people, lower caste people. Even Jyotiba Phule also suffered so many types of ill treatments from the higher caste people. So, against the exploitations of higher caste people, Jyotiba Phule wrote one book known as Gulam Giri slavery. That means during the time of Jyotiba Phule, lower caste people lived like slaves. During the time or during the days of Jyotiba Phule, lower caste people were living like slaves or gulam. They had no freedom of their own. Higher caste people, especially Brahmins, were beating or punishing the lower caste people. Both physical and mental problems, or both physical and mental tortures were being given by Brahmins to the poor people or lower caste people of India. Against that, Jyotiba Phule wrote one book known as Gulam Giri. Against that, Jyotiba Phule wrote one book known as Gulam Giri. Against such a type of practice, Jyotiba Phule wrote the book known as Gulam Giri. The book Gulam Giri is considered as one of the greatest contributions of a social reformer regarding Indian society. He made one association as Satya Shodak Samaj. Samaj means association. In order to reform Indian society, he made one association known as Satya Shodak Samaj. In order to revive Indian society, in order to encourage Indian society, in order to change Indian society, or in order to reform Indian society, Satya Shodak Samaj was established by or started by whom? Jyotiba Phule. Jyotiba Phule started Satya Shodak Samaj in order to revive or to change the Indian society of then time. Satya Shodak Samaj was started by whom? Jyotiba Phule. Then he started schools for the lower caste people of India, especially Maharashtra. And he started schools for ladies also. He started schools for ladies also. Why? Because during those days, women education or ladies education was completely neglected by the then society. During that time, ladies education was not at all accepted by the society. So, Jyotiba Phule started separate schools for ladies, and in those schools he began to provide special education to the girls or ladies, and he started orphanages also. He started so many orphanages also. Who started? Jyotiba Phule started so many orphanages also. What is orphanages? Orphanage means anadhasrama. So many orphanages or anadhasramas were started by Jyotiba Phule. So many orphanages or anadhasramas were started by Jyotiba Phule. Then he worked hard for widow remarriage. He worked hard for widow remarriage also. For the purpose of widow remarriage, he worked hard. Because during those days, widow remarriage was not at all allowed by the then society of India. Widow remarriage. Widow remarriage was also accepted by him. Widow remarriage was one of the major ideas of this one, Jyotiba Phule. Then, even Ambedkar, also did not like the caste system of India. Ambedkar. It was Ambedkar who worked hard in order to wipe out or in order to remove caste system from the land of India. Ambedkar was also born in a lower caste. Ambedkar was born in a lower caste. He was born in Magar caste. During those days, Magar was a lower caste of India during those days. During those days, Magar was a lower caste of India. Then what happened? Ambedkar worked hard in order to solve the problems of lower caste people of India or the problems of Magar caste people of India. So, even Ambedkar also accepted the greatness of Jyotiba Phule. Ambedkar really appreciated or Ambedkar really accepted the greatness of Jyotiba Phule. People of Maharashtra with great respect called him as Mahatma. Mahatma means great personality. Indian people with great respect called him as Mahatma or respected him as Mahatma. We do have Mahatma Gandhi. It is clear. We have Mahatma Gandhi. People of India with respect called Gandhiji as Mahatma. Like that. What is that? Like that, people of India, especially people of northern side of India, called this person Jyotiba Phule as Mahatma. Now also people of Maharashtra are addressing him as the great personality. Once more what I told. Another social reformer of India is known as Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule was another social reformer of India. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule was another social reformer of India. He was born in the land of Maharashtra. He was born in a lower caste family. Then, from childhood onwards, he really understood what are the problems of caste system in India. During those days, Brahmins were troubling the lower caste people of India. Against that exploitation, Jyotiba Phule wrote one book known as Gulami, means slavery. During those days, lower caste people were living like slaves. The book Gulami is considered as one of the greatest contributions of a social reformer in the land of India. In order to reform Indian society, he started Satya Shodhak Samaj. In order to reform or in order to revive Indian society, what happened? They started Satya Shodhak Samaj. Jyotiba Phule started. He started separate schools for the lower caste people. In those schools, he gave admission to the higher caste people also. He did like this in order to remove caste system from the land of India. He started separate schools for girls or ladies also. Why? Because during those days, women education or ladies education was highly neglected. Then he started so many orphanages also. So many orphanages were started by Jyotiba Phule in order to give protection to the orphans. He again stressed the demand of widow remarriage. During the time of Jyotiba Phule, during the days of Jyotiba Phule, widow remarriage was not at all accepted by the then society of India. So, Jyotiba Phule worked hard for widow remarriage. Ambedkar is known as one of the greatest personalities of India who worked hard for the freedom of lower caste people. Ambedkar was also born in a lower caste family in the land of India. Ambedkar worked hard to solve the problems of lower caste people of India. Then, even Ambedkar also accepted the greatness of Jyotiba Phule. Ambedkar also really clearly accepted the greatness of Jyotiba Phule. Then, Ambedkar began to consider Jyotiba Phule as the pioneer of social reforms in India. Pioneer means the person who started in the beginning. Ambedkar also considered Jyotiba Phule as a great personality. So, with a great respect, with the utmost respect or with great respect, people of India or the North Indian people began to call Jyotiba Phule as Mahatma, means great personality. Now also people of Maharashtra are remembering the greatness of Jyotiba Phule. Dear children, I think you are able to follow this one. Another movement that started in the land of India was known as Young Bengal movement. Young Bengal movement. During this time, so many reformation movements were going on in the land of India. So many social reform movements were going in the land of India during this particular time. Brahma Samaj was made. Prarthana Samaj was made. All these associations or all these Samaj really influenced the people of India. All these associations really influenced the people of India. So, influenced by those associations, Young Bengal movement started in the land of India. Young Bengal movement was there in the land of India. Young Bengal movement or Young Bengali movement. It was known as Tarun Bengal movement. Tarun. It was known as Tarun Bengal movement. It was an association which mainly aimed at the young people of India. This association really made plans to reform or to change the young people of India. Young Bengal movement or Tarun Bengal movement. Young Bengal movement or Tarun Bengal movement. It was started in the land of Bengal. It was started by Henry Vivian Thoreau. Young Bengal movement was started by Henry Vivian. He was an Anglo-Indian person. Henry Vivian Thoreau was an Anglo-Indian personality. What is the meaning of Anglo-Indian? You should know. What is meant by Anglo-Indian? Or what is the meaning of Anglo-Indian? You should know. You should have an idea about the word Anglo-Indian. That means Anglo-Indian means a person whose father or mother should be from the land of England. He is an Anglo-Indian. For example, a British person or English person or a person from England is marrying a Karnataka lady and they are getting one boy. That boy is an Anglo-Indian. Just opposite also will happen. A person from Karnataka, a man from Karnataka is marrying an English lady and they are getting one child. That child also is an Anglo-Indian. That child also is an Anglo-Indian. So, what is that? Henry Vivian was an Anglo-Indian person. Henry Vivian was an Anglo-Indian person. During the time of Henry Vivian, people of Bengal had so many bad beliefs. During those days, people of Bengal had so many bad beliefs of their own. They kept or they possessed so many bad beliefs of their own, people of Bengal. They had their own bad beliefs. Bad beliefs in the sense means they believed in their superstitious beliefs. People of Bengal had so many superstitious beliefs during those days. Then what happened? Henry Vivian Derosio asked the people of Bengal to think scientifically. What is that? He asked the people to think rationally and scientifically. What does it mean? During those days, people had enough bad beliefs. What is mean bad beliefs? They had their own Muda Nambiki or bad beliefs they had. Muda Nambiki, bad belief. Superstitious beliefs people had in the land of Bengal. So, Henry Vivian Derosio asked them. Henry Vivian Derosio asked them, what he asked? To use scientific thinking, or he asked them to think scientifically. With the use of science, he asked them to think scientifically. And rational thinking he encouraged. What is the meaning of rational thinking? Think by understanding what is right and wrong. That is known as rational thinking. Rational thinking was encouraged by Henry Vivian. But the society of those days did not accept the ideology of Henry Vivian. The ideology of Henry Vivian was good. The ideologies or theories of Henry Vivian was very good. But what happened? The society of those days did not accept the ideologies of Henry Vivian. Some young people of Bengal really liked the ideologies of Henry Vivian, but a majority of the people did not accept the ideologies of Henry Vivian. I will say once more, Young Bengal movement or Tayun Bengal movement. This movement started in the land of Bengal. Young Bengal movement or Tayun Bengal movement started in the land of Bengal. It was Henry Vivian who started this movement. He was an Anglo-Indian person. During those days, people of Bengal and people of India really had so many bad beliefs of their own. Bad beliefs means they had their own superstitious beliefs in the land of India. People of Bengal had their own superstitious beliefs. They believed in so many unnecessary things. So, Henry Vivian formed or made this association for changing the Bengal society. He asked the people of Bengal to think scientifically. He told or he asked the people of Bengal to think scientifically, because people of Bengal were not at all using science in their daily life. He asked the Bengal people to think rationally. What is the meaning of rational thinking? Thinking means we have to think by understanding what is right and wrong. That was known as rational thinking. He asked the people to think rationally. But the people of Bengal of those days did not accept the ideas or ideologies of Henry Vivian. What we have to understand, the ideas and ideologies of Henry Vivian were great. Henry Vivian had so many great ideas of his own. The ideologies of Henry Vivian Derosio was great, but people of Bengal of those days did not accept more the ideas or ideologies of Henry Vivian, but the ideas and ideologies of Henry Vivian really inspired the people of Bengal or the people of North India. Dear children, you observe this video and you read the same topic in the textbook. If you do have again more doubts, you please call me in person. Thank you.